Want to hear this totally cool, extremely not made up thing that I researched 5 minutes a week ago? Okay, anyways. What do Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Chris Pratt, Barry Fike, Ellen DeGeneres, J.K. Rowling, and Keith all have in common? This list of A-listers wear identical black monogrammed socks every single day. No, seriously, I promise it's true. At least for the Keith that is not sitting right there where I'm motioning. Why is this important, you may be wondering? Well, if Keith puts that much time and effort into his socks, imagine how much more he cares about the important things in his life, like football, or his home and his loved ones. When I asked Keith about a passion or an activity of his that describes him really well, he automatically went to football. You know, real football, the kind of ball you play with your foot, football. Soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, back in his home, everybody loves soccer. He told me, you play it, you watch it, you bet on it. If you're walking down the street and you meet someone new, the first thing you do is talk soccer. So of course, Keith plays soccer. He's played it his whole life. He played it back home, and he plays it here through a league with his house. Keith considers soccer, football, to be a really fun way to get some exercise done, even though he admittedly hates cardio. But he also finds it as a good way to form and develop relationships with others. Now, believe it or not, Keith is not a California native. He proudly calls Nairobi, Kenya his home. Back in Kenya, they highly elevate education, especially an abroad education. So Keith is here. He chose here because of his uncle, who is a professor at Rutgers University, which is in the East Coast, not near here, I think. But all of his friends who went to higher education also moved away. Most of them are in the UK, one of them is in Canada, and then 4 of them are here in America alongside Keith. Even though Keith is here for his education, he does not plan to stay here after we're done. Upon graduation, his plan is to go back home and to work at his family-run business, which is why he is a business major. When I asked Keith about his inspiration in life, he, without any hesitation, told me about his parents. He told me numerous stories about them. He told me about how they moved to Nairobi from their hometowns because it became the advanced capital of Kenya. He told me about Christmases with his dad's side and how they would all travel in their car and go up the coast and spend time with their extended family, which is a lot of people. He told me about his sister, who is 16 years old, plays soccer, of course, and is in year 11 at school. He even told me which sports all of his family members play, and there are a lot. When I asked him, if you could go any 3 places in the world, where would they be? His answer flabbergasted me. He told me Nairobi, because home is home. And then he said Mombasa and Malabar, which are both ancestral homes of his, which I would never say. I would come up with something really cool and exotic where I'd never been, you know, like Texas. But not him. He wants to go home. And then I asked him, because I was intrigued, do you have a best friend from home or a reason other than your family that connects you to home? And he told me, I don't have one best friend. All of my friends are amazing people, and none of them outshine the other. I thought that was pretty cool. Like, I haven't had a best friend for years, and so hearing that kind of made me feel like I wasn't alone, because he was willing to say, no, you don't need one. But then he did tell me something important. He said, you don't have to wait a week to talk to your best friend or to someone you love. So whenever I think of Keith, I think of a person chock full of integrity. I think of someone who really values honesty and loyalty and socks. It's beside the point. I think of someone who cannot wait to play a good game of football or who is excited to learn new things and celebrate knowledge. Get it? Celebrate knowledge, quizzes.
Got it.
Fun. I think of someone who upholds his beliefs and values, who cares more about his family than anyone else I've ever met. Genuinely anyone else. And I just think of an altogether good person. Even though I've never been to Nairobi, Kenya, I find it as a place and opportunity for growth and happiness. So the one thing, if you only take one thing away from Keith, which you should take more because he's really cool, but it's that home is always home and that you don't have to spend a lot of time to be a good person. Ta-da.